Hey, it's Jackie Brawls.
Hi, it's Dunlap.
Yeah,
Dunlap the man.
yeah.
I hope everybody's having a enjoyable January 2015.
I don't know how anybody have fun these days, but do your best, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how it's done anymore.
Well, Jackie, do you wake up in the morning, turn on the news, and say, "Well, this is just too much. I can't go on. I'm going to let down."
I listen to the radio a little bit, but I try not to look at it too much. If it's on, somebody puts it on the news down at the store, you can't help but hear of it. You know, somebody tell you they doing this. And I'm like, what? It's hard for me to hear over the cooking.
Grease.
I'm out over there.
Old grease ears.
Well, I can't if there's something that's cooking over, with French fries or sometimes people like sausage and steak, and I got to go make them if I run out, which I always do on mornings. People come by and get the breakfast. Barbecue's already made up. It's just in the thing,
Sausage for the sausage biscuits.
Well, I make a bunch of them up and then wrap them up in cellophane or tinfoil, whatever got handy, put them out there on a little hot light, whatever, right there in the window. The
Counter.
Kitchen window. There's table.
It's hard to explain if you've never seen Jackie's Market, but you come in the front doors. Let's set the scene. You come in the front doors.
There's a counter first. There's somebody. I can't always work a counter. Sometimes I'm back at the kitchen. Sometimes I'm at the counter. Counter is where the
it's where your purchases are
cash register
made.
Yeah. And then there's a little the kitchen's back behind it, and then there's an open like your
mail.
Flow. Yeah, like flow. That's what I was saying. You say mail.
I said mail.
I said flow.
I always called it mail.
Well, I thought she was funnier than him. That's what I remember about that show. But you put there ain't no ticket. Whoever's running the counter just hollers at me in there what they want,
and you got to hear that over the sizzle.
Yeah. So I'm listening to that, and then somebody in the other room saying they tore up Paris, France, and I'm like, what? I don't know what they're doing. These days it's what they blow up this time. That's all. Somewhere around the world, always something blowing up somewhere.
Now Alice's restaurant, not Arlo.
That's
Guthrie.
hippie stuff.
No,
I don't like.
I meant the restaurant on the show, Alice. Mel's.
No, it's
or
Mel's
as you
Diner.
call it.
The name of the show is Alice. That's
right.
her.
Uh-huh.
It's Alice, Vera, and Flo that work in there. It ain't got nothing to do with Alice. That's hippie. I getting lost or something on Thanksgiving. I can't remember all that stuff. Long hair. That's Alice's restaurant. Somebody threatened to beat him up or something. He gets lost. I don't know what it is, but I don't care nothing about it anyhow. But that's Alice's restaurant, and then Alice is the name of the show, but she works at Mel's Diner.
Well, at Mel's Diner.
It's different between a restaurant and a diner. Some people don't realize that. But
what's the difference?
Well, restaurant usually have, maitre d', something like that,
That's it?
Well, no, a waitress comes seat you, which is,
But that happens so at a diner, they say, wherever you want, honey.
Yeah, pretty much like it, yeah.
Restaurant, you're like, can I sit over at that booth? They'll be like, we're going to put you over here in this uncomfortable table next to these loud mouths.
People make reservations and anything else,
So if you you can't make a reservation at a diner.
I don't think so. If there's a booth open, you get it. And if there ain't, you got to stand and wait till one open up if it's popular like that, yeah. But the other place, like, they give you a thing that make you stand outside and the thing lights up. You can come in and sit down.
That's a restaurant. Fancy. Outback.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a restaurant. Yeah, that's what you call fancy restaurant there, yeah.
What's a drive-in?
What?
Okay.
Drive-in movie?
Well, we did
They don't
diners.
have them no more.
What's a drive-in and what's a dive?
Dive bar. That's something that's, people think, not very scrupulous, I guess is the term, just canned beer out of somebody. It's pretty much like going over to your friend's house and drink a beer, except he's charging you. And jukebox or something like that around.
So Jackie's is not a restaurant.
No,
first time
no.
you listen to this, it's not a diner.
No, it's neither
There's
one
a
of them. It's
couple
a
of
market.
tables.
It's a market.
It's a store
Jackie
that has food
barbecue.
with some tables where you can sit
You
down
can
and
sit
eat
here. There's about 3 booths. Small. You couldn't get but 2 people in those, I think. And then skinny people, maybe more fit in there.
But not many skinny people come in here these days.
Well, that's true. That's true. There's a few, but not, most people.
They sick.
Well, one of them's real sick. I know who you talking about, but I ain't talking about him.
How's he doing?
Yeah, not gaining no weight. I put it that way. Leave it at that.
And it's not a bar, although you can get beer and sit at the table.
I don't serve beer at the tap in a. You go back there to the cooler, just like you would at I ain't naming no names of the market. I ain't gonna talk about competition, but it's just a cooler with a beer. Now you come in just buy the beer. You got your ID, your age. You come in, pay for your 12-pack. Go on out, get in the car, and go on. If you want to, take it home. Not supposed to drink in the car, but But I'd rather you sit in here if you got to drink it that bad. That's what I offered them for. If you drive in there and you got to drink a beer so bad, you got to have it right there. And I said, well, sit down and have a few more,
So that's what you were thinking when you put them in. You thought, some people going to come in here need a beer so bad that they going to drink it out in their car. They might as well drink it in here where they can go buy more.
I would say that's about 65% of clientele.
But it ain't a bar. Don't come in here thinking, oh, I'm going to go drink in this bar, because Jackie don't approve of you coming in here like, I'm going to sit here all day and get drunk.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll get you out or get someone to get you out if you start acting wild. This ain't the place to do that, because children young is coming there. If you sit there, you drink all day. If you quiet as can be, watch TV, maybe if the only thing you doing is hollering at me in the kitchen to tell me what's happening, that's fine. But if you get to arguing, you get ornery, or, knock a chair over like it's been known to happen, or, if you make a mess of things, you can't take care of yourself. Yeah, you can't do it here.
So it's not a restaurant, but you can eat there.
I done said it's a market.
And it ain't a bar, but you can drink there.
Yep.
None of that is probably legal.
Got food. It's been that way since there's policemen that come in here. I'm sure they would have told me, cut that out if I wasn't supposed to, so.
Privilege.
What mean privilege?
That's your privilege.
This store been open for, I don't know how many years. 25, 30, something older than hell.
So it ain't like it's Alice's restaurant where you come in here and it's super busy and there's Henry the telephone man and all the
it ain't like Alice's restaurant till around Bonnaroo time. That's when the hippies come in here wanting to eat everything, drink everything up.
Well, I meant Alice's restaurant as in Mel's Diner.
No, but that's Mel's Diner. It ain't Alice's restaurant. I'm sure a hippie come in sometime at Mel's Diner and they made fun of him or something, but usually this man worked telephone. It was like Cheers, but they didn't,
They just eat
They
eggs.
just eat everything and want to eat, yeah.
Give me some more eggs. If Norm had eat eggs like Henry the telephone repairman,
he wouldn't be any bigger than he is. I don't know how big. If Norm get any bigger than he was on chairs, then he need to go to the hospital or something. He wouldn't leave the house. I don't think Cheers served food. That's a bar. What that was, it wasn't. But it wasn't a dive bar. It was, it was a
regular bar,
sports
fancy
bar. I guess
sports bar, yuppie bar.
Yeah, I guess that was before. It was at around time the sports bar come. What everybody calls it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Any bar, sports bar for TV's on sports, except here.
Where it's on The View, Star Trek.
No, we look at sports sometimes. Sports usually come on. I ain't got cable. I ain't got all them million different channels. There's a few on there, but I ain't got what is it that runs the sports all day? ESPN, because I can't watch Animal Planet down here half the time. I have to go home and watch that.
Jackie gets the $12 cable package, and the channels change.
Well, I pay for something at home, and I pay for something down down here at you know.
Is 17 channels of PBS.
I ain't looking at none of that half the time. Well, except Antique Roadshow, that's good. If that's on, if we're down here late, which, you know, we kind of close, you know, we get out of here when we want to sometimes. Sometimes we got to get out of here early. Sometimes if I want to have a few beers for, you know, when I get off work, I don't have to drive here, of course. You know, I'm here. I mean, I drive in when I come to work, but when I get off of work, if I need a beer right there at that second, you know, I'll have a few there for you go home drinking.
Now,
and Antique Roadshow, we all like looking at that.
Who's the best at guessing all them prices? How much something costs?
I don't know.
You ain't too good at it. 'Cause Jackie says that ain't worth a darn right there.
Well, most of it don't. Other night they had a big glass chicken, a roaster. A roaster is what it was, big glass roaster. And they said, how much that big glass roaster? I said, you know, how much? I wouldn't give over $3 for it. I mean, it looked nice and everything, but you know, what are you gonna get? And turn around at $400-something. $4,000, $400. I don't know, more than it should have been as far as I'm concerned. If you got enough money to run around town buying big glass chickens, you know, to each his own, I guess.
I guess you ain't seen the spinoff Big Glass Chickens.
Well, no. I could look at that if you took the money aspect out of it. I'd watch Big Glass Chickens.
If you called it Look a Here.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I would call it Big Glass Chicken. Nothing wrong with looking at that. I like what it is. But, you know, you go down to the flea market, but you see somebody put down over $1,000 for something like that, you know, gets under my collar, I'll be honest. But so if you just had a show where people were just looking at this glass, where the price didn't have nothing to do with it, if they just taking different glass chickens, different sizes, whatever, because, you know, everybody's seen something like that little trinket, you know, a roaster, or any kind of bird, duck in it, you know, all those things come in that kind of way, you know, glass, whatever. Some music box, some ain't. But if people come on there and let's say they looked at it and then give $3 for it and said thank you very much, and they pull out the next one, I'd watch it all day. It'd be nothing right there. It wouldn't bother me none.
So you set the price, the garbage price.
What do you mean I set the price?
Well, it doesn't bother you as long as they don't pay more than you think.
Well,
what a good show would be is have you the judge and call it Jackie Gets Mad at Chickens, and you say, how much, Jackie, how much you think that's worth? And you go, I'd give $2 or $3 for it. And they say, this big glass chicken
It's
here,
a big glass chicken. It ain't worth anything more than that.
And they'd say,
I don't care what Civil War, whatever it comes from.
They'd say it's worth $17,000.
What do they call that? Ming Merciless Dynasty. Back in China, Ming Merciless Dynasty. If you go back that far, it's still a big glass chicken no matter what.
Ming was without mercy.
I don't remember all the history. I know what it's real old when they say Ming Merciless Dynasty. Great Wall, China. You know it's old.
And then Jackie'd get so mad, he'd say,
well,
get that out of here or I'm going to throw it on the ground.
I ain't going to throw nothing on the ground. Put it in a museum for everybody to look at. Don't you so special, you got so much money, I'm going to buy it, set it home on the hearth. Look how old this is. It's mine. Put it in a museum where it belongs.
And somebody come up with another big glass chicken. Hey, Jackie, how much you think that's worth? Like, $5. Nope. $36,000.
No.
This big glass chicken is worth.
If it's worth that much and it's from, like I said, either Civil War, Ming Merciless Dynasty, if it's that old, then, like I said, put it in a museum. That's the reason I like the Indiana Jones movies. Because he goes around, that stuff's worth all sorts of money he finds. Got ghosts in there or whatever else it is. I mean, that part's of it silly. But every one of those things, he don't want no money for it. He wants to put it where it belongs, in a museum. That's what I say. Because polio, when they made polio, I'm all for capitalism. Don't start running your mouth about that. If you make a big chicken that's brand new, you know, like, well, who was it in the 60s put a soup can on the thing? People pay thousands of dollars for it.
You're referring to Mr. Andy Warhol, perhaps?
Whatever his name was. Yeah, weirdos. And people give millions of dollars for that. Now, now it's old from the 60s. I don't think that's old enough. But there ain't nothing old enough. Put them in the museum for everybody to see.
But stuff in museums still has worth and value. Like the Mona Lisa is worth $1 million.
Well, you know, it
conservatively
goes up in value. They charge people to see it, don't they? Don't people pay to get in that thing, wherever it is? Or is it go on the road?
I guess they pay. Back
in the 70s, the old stuff from eat, they take it from place to place. Down in Memphis, I had, Ramis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that come down through Memphis. Old as can be. Now, if somebody went in there and said, I'm going to buy this, you know, just start throwing down money, how obnoxious that be? Everybody sitting there trying to look at it. I got this much money, you know.
Because they know how much it's worth. They know. They don't have to say, come in there and go, I'll give you this much. I'll give you that much. Like, people know, they say the Mona Lisa, $1 million.
Well, Mona Lisa I know what it is because, you know, it's the song. But other than that, I mean, one thing worth a lot of money to some people, something worth a lot of money to other people. Ain't no accounting for taste and whatnot. I'm talking about how old something is. Now, I know that goes back to Jesus' times, right, Mona Lisa?
Thereabouts.
Yeah. Because I understand that being old, but it's there for everybody to see, and they may try to see it or whatever else. I think it's just selfish of people is what I'm trying to say. If you got that much money, I got to have it just for me. Sit at home, look at it all day. Big Glass Chicken, Mona Lisa, Ramesses, Ming Mercilestein. Any of that. If you got the money, think you big shot by that, take it home.
So that's what Jackie's Market looks like, folks. Come on down, bring your Big Glass Chicken. Get him real mad.
I don't get, no, if you bring as many glass chicken, well, don't, bring a truckload of them down here. I don't need that. If you got glass chicken, won't bring down here. I don't care. It's just coming down here and asking about everybody how much it's worth. And, that's all I'm saying. I like Antique Roadshow. I like looking at old stuff. I don't want people to think I don't like it. It's just when they come in, some stuff, I guess, right. This ain't worth nothing. Well, that makes sense. And then other stuff.
Sponsor time, Jackie. Let's get to our sponsors.
Yeah.
We talked about the Big Glass Chickens.
I was just talking about what goes on down the store. That didn't have no sponsor.
Big Glass Chickens, everybody.
No, that ain't no sponsor. I got a sponsor. Everybody knows Della Mule Rider, down off the square. Take a trip around the square. Carriage around the square is what it's called. Got two. One's a racehorse, one's a mule. It's a second epiphany. The horse and the old Bluto the mule pulling the carriage around. And everybody knows old Della Mule Rider.
Loud.
Well, she's,
loud, feisty woman. Wears a bonnet.
Opinionated. I don't know. Some people think she's just playing a part, like it's because Carriage Ride, they think, is she playing an old-timey person or whatever.
No.
And that's why she's, I don't know why they think old-time people are loud, but either way, some people think she's doing a character. That's her. That's just she is a character, but she ain't playing no character. That's just her.
Although Mule Rider cannot be her actual name.
It's one word. It ain't the mule. It's one Mule Rider's a name. I think it goes back, probably like from ancestry or something. Go back that far, I think.
And who wants to ride a mule in 13-degree weather?
It ain't riding a mule, you in the carriage. The mule pulling the carriage with a horse. And it's cold, she's still out there, but anyhow, she got something special going now. The rates have changed because she's offering something new. That's what she's my sponsor this week. Give me $25. It's movies around the square. And she's got, you wouldn't believe it, she got like a little TV hooked up on a stand on the other end of the carriage, and when you go around, you pick out the movie you want to watch. She's got a selection there, and you go around the square and watch that movie. And 3 times around, I believe, is $6, I think, and then you won't go around 6 times, about 40, I think, something like that. I think the rates change.
It sounds like the prices are going up in a weird way. So 3 times around now is $6.
Well, she's offering the movie is what she got.
How many times around for 40?
Was it 3 and 6 is what it is.
So 3 times around is $6.
Yep.
And 6 times around is $40.
But you can get off and step back in it and just take another 3 times around. But the difference is you have to start the movie over.
Oh, I see. The movie. But I thought you wanted to look at the history of the square, maybe make out with the girl, maybe have Dilly the Mule Rider yell history at you.
I don't know about make out if you want to kiss a girl or something. They go movies all the time. People do that back in the day, and I guess they still do. You take your little girlfriend to a movie and give her a kiss on the cheek. But if you want to take it, so it's the same thing. You just combining 2, movies.
2 places where you kiss.
Well, you can do
where
that.
You make out.
Well, it used to, like I said, it used to say and be how many times you make it around a square. And that's when you was asking how you evening went with your girlfriend night before or whatever.
Sounds to me like a lot of slut shaming went on when you was a kid.
I'm just saying that's what they did when they was young. They asked questions like that. That's how it used to be. I ain't
they ever run a poor woman out of town because she went around the square too many times?
Not that I remember.
Maybe that's what happened to Dilly Mule Rider.
Well, if they run her,
she lost it.
Well,
she got branded as
she
a
been
multiple
divorced.
Square rider.
She been divorced. You'll hear about that, but I don't think nobody run out of town.
Will you hear about it?
But you don't have to hear nothing, is the thing,
that's where that son of a bitch's lawyer's office is.
Well, listen to me. If you want to move it around the square, you don't have to hear her talk. She'll keep you give her.
Well, how is she playing a movie in a carriage?
It's got a little TV, DVD player, and the same thing. Little thing. It's the TV and the DVD movie thing is all in one. And it sits in the opposite chair across from you in the carriage.
And you watch that movie in a carriage being pulled around the square. Dilly Mule Rider. What movies is she offering?
Well, she got, what does it say here? It's Interview with a Vampire, which I guess vampire, monster, Dracula.
Interview with a Vampire.
And 8 Men Out.
And 8 Men Out are your 2 choices.
Well, that's all she got now. She's just starting up. She'll probably get, if it takes off, I'm sure she'll invest some more in it. But right now, you get a choice between
Interview with a Vampire and 8 Men Out.
Yeah.
Are those maybe Second Epiphany and Bluto the Mule's favorite movies? Did she start out?
You being silly. Horse don't know the difference to what you watching back there.
So
know.
8 Men Out... baseball.
Is that what it is? I know the name of it. I can't remember.
I think that's the one.
Sounds like something won awards or whatever. 8 Men.
Crooked. I used to think it was prequel to Kevin Costner baseball, Field of Dreams.
Oh, that's with the World Series, 8 Men Out. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's what happens, and then they go to Kevin Costner.
Well,
house.
I see that like if the afterlife come down to the cornfield. Old Shoeless Joe.
So 8 Men Out, if anybody's ever wanted to revisit.
I'll tell her maybe the third one she should get is Kevin Costner Dreams Field.
Well, she should really only have baseball movies in this carriage, I believe.
Well, you know how the youngers like monsters get scared, stuff like that. That's what I'm guessing.
Interview with the Vampire.
That's supposed to, you know how you take your girlfriend to a scary movie or something, she's supposed to get scared and hug you around your neck, grab your arm, or something
Jackie,
like that.
you are horny.
That's teenagers how they
horny
talk.
Horny, Jackie. All you talking about is taking a girl to a movie.
Oh, good Lord Almighty! I don't take nobody to a movie.
How many times you go around the square yourself, Jackie? Yourself.
I went around. I had a young girl friend I was seeing back in.
What happened to her?
I think she did. They moved away, and then I heard something. She car wreck or something years later.
You mean when she was? Years later.
No, not back in. I would remember that. I just, one of them reunions or something. And
whatever happened to?
Yeah, maybe she car wrecked something. Her and some other people. I didn't know him, of course.
Well, these are the kind of memories, folks, you can be making right now at Dilly Mulerider's Movies Around the Square.
Movies Around the Square, or Carriage Around the Square. If you don't want to watch no movie, you don't have to. It's just.
Can you bring your own movie?
You'd have to ask her that. Right, it says on the thing she gave me, it just said those two movies. So if I was you, I wouldn't try to surprise her. She ain't the type of person you want, spring something on like that.
No. She'll knee you.
I don't know if she'll knee you. She just, ask some questions,
So that's Dilly Mulerider's Movies Around the
Movies
Square.
Around the Square, Carriage Around the Square. She's going to be there. Bundle up. I know it gets cold, but
it's cold.
She keeps a horse and a mule, she says, warm all nighttime, late nighttime, and then gets down there around noon, and it's from noon to midnight. I believe Carriage Around the Square, Movies Around the Square, either one of those. She's all the way down there.
Jackie, I got a sponsor this week. I think you're going to like. I don't know if you heard about what was going on in the news this week. I don't know how much it got out there. But there is a
terrorist. What is stuff?
Terrorist, yes.
Yeah. You don't have no. Better not have terrorists as a sponsor on here.
But maybe even worse than terrorists.
What?
We have this unfortunate trend, Jackie, and I'm reading. This was actually a link that was given to us by a friend of the show, Lee Harris.
Yeah.
There is a unsettling trend, unfortunate. And I'm reading some Christian press here. They're talking about this heavenly tourism trend. All these books by these little kids. People say they've been to heaven.
Oh, wait, that's adorable. I seen. Yeah.
No, Jackie.
What?
No, it's not adorable because you are saying, according to these Christian authors here, that the Bible's not enough for you. The Bible tells you everything you need to know about heaven. You don't need to take a 4-year-old's word for it.
I said it's cute. Do I say the Bible is cute? Did I say that? Adorable, whatever. I didn't say it's important as the Bible. I never said that. I said that's cute. Cute as can be. Little boy going to heaven, little girl, whatever it is.
Like a nativity scene, you don't believe that's actually Joseph and baby Jesus.
I know better than that, yeah.
And
but
an actual goat that was at the nativity.
It ain't necessarily got everything to do with religion. It's just
cute.
Casper the Ghost. Just adorable, as cute as can be.
Well, Jackie, I think that's shaky Christianity. I think it's shaky theologically.
I'll read the Bible. I would, if anybody said I don't need to read the Bible because all I read about is this little boy going to heaven over and over again, that's all I need, then I agree, that's blasphemous. But it's cute on the side.
And Jackie,
Santa Claus ain't, but we still like, some people say, Christmas is about something else as opposed to Santa Claus. We all know that ain't, real. And it, it ain't no children listening to this, hell. But we watched all sorts of specials about, I went to the North Pole, saw Santa Claus. That's every other Christmas thing is that. It's the same thing.
Jackie, and also, here's where your theory of how your false moral equivalency goes off the rails, because this book, The Boy Who Came Back from Heaven, which was sold by Lifeway bookstores. You know the Lifeway bookstores. I seen it at the Glory Shelf grand reopening. Glory Shelf may be the first ones to come.
Ted and Ralph, yeah. You know what else had a grand reopening there not too long ago? Yeah.
You hear that siren?
I do.
Longhorn's Dancing Parlor.
Yep.
They reopened.
Yep.
Now we got Ted and Ralph's got the Glory Shelf books and balloons back up and running. I know they've had this book on their shelves, and they said they are taking it down because The Boy Who Came Back from Heaven, written by, this is not a joke.
They're taking it off the shelves.
Guy's name is Kevin Malarkey, and his 6-year-old son, Alex.
Malarkey?
Oh, Alex Malarkey is the kid.
Yeah.
And he says he went to heaven, and he saw Jesus and the devil.
What the hell was the devil doing in heaven?
He come to visit.
What do you mean he come to visit?
It's damn like Magneto and Professor X. They are friends and enemies. They talk sometimes. You know how they do.
Well, you know it. Oh, the devil don't live in heaven.
He did say there was a hole in the clouds. That's where the devil...
He never got an invitation back. No, sir.
Well, he just dropped by.
No, I don't...
God is nothing if not
I know
polite.
something was fishy right then and there.
Well, now they have found out that the story is... The kid admitted it. He said he just wanted attention. He said, I just told that story for attention. Sorry, everybody. So now,
what did he die from?
He was in a terrible car accident.
Yeah.
Kind of messed him up a little.
I'm sorry to hear that. But
and didn't mess up his sense of honesty.
Well, good, yeah.
Because he's coming clean, and they're like, why ain't these stores taking this off the shelves? Now Lifeway's saying they're taking it off the shelves. Tyndale House, the publisher, will also stop selling the book. There's a burning bush in the Bible book.
Yeah, that's the one you need to read.
Emails suggest, this is a late update, emails suggest Lifeway president knew of Heaven's scam, chose not to act. Look, folks, here's what all I want to say is if your Christianity is on such shaky ground that you need to read about a cute little kid going to heaven to reassure you, then you need to get the good book out and read all them hard words and then go to church and listen to a preacher talk about how many things you're doing wrong. That's the only way you're going to get right with
I agree with that, yeah. You're right about that, yeah.
Or you can go down to Ted and Ralph's Glory Shelf Books and Balloons and pick up I Go Heaven by Little Sissy Rinsgard, Murfreesboro's own little kid who died, went to heaven, met Jesus, and come back. Of all these books about people who died and went to heaven, I got to say, Jackie, I've never been as moved as I was when I read I Go Heaven by Little Sissy Rinsgard, Murfreesboro's own formerly dead child.
See, I Go Heaven.
I Go Heaven by Little Sissy Rinsgard.
I Go Heaven. Let me see that thing. Well, is that her on the cover?
Uh-huh. Look how hale and hearty and healthy she looks.
Well, she's a adorable little girl right there.
Yep, she's on the kickball team.
And she wrote this.
It says, as told to her mother, Lydia Rinsgard.
Is that how old the youngin' is? Bless her heart.
Yeah, she can't be more than 6 or 7. And this is new to press. This just come out, folks. And she died and come back. That all happened last year. So some of these are like 6, 7 years ago. Like The Office is still on. It's hard to relate it to the present day. This is recent. She's talking about movies that come out last year. She talks to God about how she can't wait to see the Lego movie. She saw the trailer right before she died.
Wow.
And God says, that should be cool.
It's got pictures in it.
A lot of pictures. She drew pictures. See, that's a picture of the devil right there. She said the devil she saw looked like a dinosaur with a cowboy hat and a tutu.
That ain't no devil.
To me, if you said, what is this? I'd say, I don't know.
Here, you look at it. I don't need to.
But she says it's the devil with a cowboy hat, tutu.
That ain't the...
Oh, this is great.
I couldn't tell it's hardly that anyway. There's crayons, everything else in there.
This is pretty good. This is the part, one of the text pieces in here where Jesus calls her grandmother over, her Meemaw. I said, Meemaw, Meemaw, Meemaw said, I am here in heaven. I said, Meemaw, is your name Elizabeth? Meemaw said, no. Guess again. God told me her name was Helen.
What?
Meemaw's head was full of worms, and her eyes saw right through me.
Full of worms?
God said, sometimes in heaven, I pull them up from the ground, and they still have dead parts. Oh, this is pretty good. This is where she meets the cast of the Lego movie. I met all the Lego movie people, and they were in heaven, too. They come by for a visit.
Why would they be in heaven? That's something new, isn't it? I know Legos ain't new, but kids wearing that Lego stuff where they can...
God says Lego movie was the best movie he ever saw, and that's why he put them all up in heaven to play with.
I don't know about that.
Oh, this is a picture where she's just crying. It says, sometimes my head still hurts from the accident.
Well, bless her heart.
Yeah, it's cute, huh?
Well, that's why I said things like these adorable. I don't get my spiritual, I don't get my soul don't get saved. You get baptized for that, and, preacher reads out of the Bible. These things are just sweet as can be, cute, and if it gets kids interested in heaven, that's
sort of how I look at it.
Yeah, I don't think...
like, you could go to Sunday school, church, never get interested in heaven. But if you see something about a kid, like a kid like you, who goes to heaven, then you might think, well, maybe I could maybe I could die and go to heaven too.
Well, I tell you what, where that little sissy goes to school, I don't know, but I bet you she's the most popular girl in her class, because everybody won't talk to, if somebody comes to school and said, little old sissy over there, you see over there, she went to heaven. Well, then I won't talk to her,
Oh, yeah,
popular.
She's got to be popular.
Yeah.
She got all this money from the book.
And if she's popular and just telling everybody, that there's a heaven, I don't know about Lego stuff. I don't know about that. That's kind of a way to witness.
It absolutely is a way to witness.
Well, okay then. All
I
right,
can't
then.
imagine who would argue with that. Somebody some hypocrite with a stick up their butt need to be down on their knees praying instead of up in your face telling you how to live your life is how I imagine it. Now, little Sissy Rinsgard is I'd say, I don't know what she wants to be when she grows up, but I hope a theologian, because I think she's going to blow Christianity up and not in a terrorist way. And a cute little girl who's been to heaven way. Let's take another look.
She won't be cute all life if she grows up. I mean,
some women cute. How about
not meaning that way. I'm talking like a little
Gwyneth Paltrow's mother, cute as can be.
Oh,
hot now, hot always. Blythe Danner.
Blythe Danner.
The first time I seen Jesus, I didn't know who he was. God told me, that is Jesus. I said, is he your son? He said, he is Jesus, my son. I said, Jesus from church? God said, that's him.
Yeah,
that's
all good.
See, that's
right
theologically sound.
Yeah.
I mean, that's John 3:16.
I don't see anything wrong with another youngin learning that. That all makes. If you don't know who Jesus is at first, you find out who he is. Whether it's in heaven or in church, either way. But as long as you find it out, that's all that matters. Yeah.
Jesus made me corn dogs and a cup of chicken soup, just like Mommy does. 'Cause he knew I was missing my mommy. And then he hugged me and kissed me, just like my mommy does. And then he tucked me in bed, just like my mommy does. And he read me a story all about the Lego movie and its unreleased sequels. I said, could I dip this corn dog in chili? My mommy doesn't allow that. Jesus said, if your mommy doesn't allow it, it's probably a bad idea. Well, I learned a lot from Jesus in heaven. Sold. I think I just got rebaptized.
I'll give me one. Ted and Ralph's got that at
Ted
the store.
and Ralph's down at the new grand reopening. And Jackie, here's the thing at this grand reopening.
Yeah.
You ever been to a grand reopening of a Christian bookstore? That's probably the worst thing you could ever do.
Hey.
At Ted and Ralph's, the Glory Shelf, Books and Balloons, in their new location just off the square. I mean, I think they were off the square before, but, on the
It's
other
a different side of it, yeah.
It's 4 sides to it.
I hadn't been there yet. I seen them. I didn't know it was opening. Good for them.
Oh, they got it open. They got it coming. Grand reopening coming. And, Jackie, they got sales. They got books. They got balloons. And in person, little Sissy Rinsgard and her mother, Lydia.
Well, bless their hearts.
They going to be signing things, talking all about how dead she was, and then the part where she went to heaven and come back and is alive again now.
Yeah. Praise be, yeah. Bless her heart.
Lydia Rinsgard has written another book without Sissy called Christian Speed Dating.
What?
Her husband is no longer in the picture. He's been gone for a few days, He's been gone for a few days. This is all very recent. It's happening very recently. So she's already written a book about speed dating, Christian speed dating, which usually non-Christian speed dating is just like you want to get straight to the fucking.
All right. I'm not going to sit there talking about a sick little girl. Or dead little girl.
She's fine now. She's
well,
on the
I know,
team.
but and you sit
and
there.
Her mother's getting on with her life, and the father, he just took off.
Well, pitiful.
So if you want to get in there, Lydia looks pretty good.
All right.
If you want a good Christian, twice published Christian author, I started to say author, but I needed to put Christian in there to clarify. And with a ready-made family ready for you to step right in there, and with a girl who has been to heaven. How many kids do you know that met Jesus? How many? One of them is a fake. We read about him.
Well, he fessed up to what you're saying, yeah.
Well, he told the lie to begin with. So
I'm not saying it
fucking
didn't.
Deal.
Hey, you're sitting there saying it again.
Well, if you're going to run down little Sissy Rinsgard by raising this liar up on a pedestal, after all he put us through, do you know how many copies Ted and Ralph had to send back to Tyndale? 3?
3.
They had 3 copies of it.
Yeah.
So that's come down to meet little Sissy Rinsgard and her mother, Lydia Rinsgard. They'll sign the book, I Go Heaven. And they'll sign the new book, Christian Speed Dating. And look around Ted and Ralph's. They got a new, all new, brand new Christian bookstore. You know, you walk into one of those Christian bookstores and it's all just brand new, and the church puppets just that plastic and paint.
I've always liked to support them. I like old Ted and Ralph, and anybody getting the Christian message out there, bless their hearts too, and bless little Sissy's heart. I'm gonna go down there and get me a copy of I Go Heaven.
I Go Heaven.
Yeah, and I'll leave it here in the store. Somebody liable to read it, pick it up and read it.
I didn't even read you the part about where she met her dead dog.
What? Oh, in heaven. Oh, okay.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
I asked Jackie Bros.
Folks, my name is Dunlap. Friends with Jackie. I'm Jackie's friend.
Yeah.
We're pals. Buddies, even.
I've known you forever. I don't know about... Known you since he's a youngin'.
Close as 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Cast.
I don't know.
Oh. France, Jackie.
Yeah?
Obama.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, if somebody said they would not go to France, I'd say, let me slap you on the back and shake your hand. That was before.
Yeah, under the current circumstances, yeah.
That was the way I felt about France in the old days. Now, remember you used to make fun of France. Oh, France is stupid.
Well, yeah.
Hate France. France? That's what somebody say, hey, what about France? And I'd go, France?
You say France always seemed sissy to me.
Just even think it.
Yeah.
Now, France, of course, is a bastion in the fight for freedom. Our closest ally.
Some people say they fight for, freedom more than America does now.
Well, that must be why our president, Barack France hater Obama, would not set foot over there. Now, I know if you'd asked me a couple weeks ago and you'd said Obama will not set foot in France, I'd have said, really? Wow. I think I'm starting to like this Obama chap.
Yep, it would impress me, yeah.
But now, of course, it's flip-flop, crisscross.
There has never been a more perfect time ever in the history of the country, as far as I'm concerned, to go to France.
Never.
Depending on what happened.
Like World War II when you go.
Well, they needed help.
Yeah, that's when you
had to go
gone.
help them. But this
Right.
time they didn't need help per se, but they needed support. They needed, everybody
friend?
know them. Yeah, a friend, exactly. A friend.
Not the song You Got a Friend sung by
hell.
James Taylor. That's something even the French would find insulting.
What did they do then? They sent Carrie over there with singing a song, pitiful.
James Taylor.
I don't know who all the names is.
I hope this is not a trend of 70s singer-songwriters showing up
Oh,
in the aftermath of horrible tragedies. Because let me tell you, horrible tragedies are bad enough. We don't need John Sebastian coming over there.
oh,
I think he did Welcome Back, Cotter,
welcome back, Carter.
which would be fun to hear. I'll be honest. Even
Oh, the
after
old
a tragedy.
TV show, the song on there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing that.
That'll get in your head, you hum it. I didn't like the show. I didn't like, people on there. I remember when it was on. I didn't like the teacher. I wouldn't, didn't let them learn nothing.
Yeah, but he was a friend, and he understood them.
Well.
He was a sweat hog, and he'd come back.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a teacher who had
If I was a sweat hog, I would have stayed gone.
If you were a sweat hog, you'd be the worst sweat hog ever. You'd be like, nah, fellas, I don't think we ought to be doing it. Lecturing other sweat hogs.
Well, I wouldn't be one. You don't have to worry about it. I never would be one. Wouldn't have to lecture nobody. Wouldn't have nothing to do with it.
Can I just tell you, if they make a Welcome Back Cotter movie, who they should cast as one of the dads of the sweat hogs? Billy Joel. Perfect sweat hog dad.
Billy Joel. He like New York like that, yeah.
He didn't look like somebody who'd be like, hey, can you come to the big sweat hog festival tonight? I don't know. I got to ask my old man. And then it's Billy Joel in a wife beater. And he's like, get out of here. I will play my piano. And then he goes into a song, a beautiful song.
Was he on it back then?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Some people
Back
say.
then, I never would have thought of him as sweat hog type. But just lately, I see him, and he just
Oh, you
looks
talking
like
about him old now?
old now.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy Joel, speaking of, will be performing at the Bonnaroo Music Festival this year, Jackie.
They
Hey.
gonna have Billy Joel? What's he going up there for?
Maybe he'll stop in at the store.
Well, he's welcome to. I'd always like Uptown Girl, all them songs. Somebody gave it for me. Tape for
Yeah,
Christmas.
that
I
tape
never
they
thought
gave you.
I'd listen to it. Never thought in a million years. I thought this might as well go on the garbage. For whatever reason, it got put in a tape player. I like some of that Billy Joel songs. I like Uptown Girl and Leave It Alone. Going Outside. I can't remember all of them, but I like them. They're good.
So Obama won't go to France.
No, he probably golfing something.
Since John Kerry, do they have golf in France? Scotland.
That's where, yeah.
What do they play in France?
Oh, hell, I don't know. They play music and write poems, stuff like that. I don't know.
Smoke cigarettes, eat back. Jackie, you're falling into this same tired old stereotype.
It ain't no tired. It's pitiful what I didn't want nothing like it. I can still, not like their ways, but not want what happened to them happen to them. We got a common enemy. I think the world's got a common enemy is what I'm saying.
Yep.
And Obama's not too concerned about it, seems like to me.
I thought Obama was the enemy.
Well, he is one of them, yeah. I mean, I don't think he's Muslim like some people say and all that, but by the way he acts, sometimes it makes you wonder. Just makes you wonder is all I'm saying.
So Obama did not go to France. Instead, he sent James Taylor to France with John Kerry.
What, like 3 or 4 days later, too. Like everybody was over with it. Everybody out in the street walking around out there.
That's like you show up late to a party after everybody's gone home and you brought a whole pizza. Like, I got to eat. I'm going to sit here and eat this. Like, the party's over, but I'm going to eat my pizza. It's like, well, everybody's moving on, but here's James Taylor to sing You Got a Friend.
Oh, hell.
What, John Kerry and James Taylor, could there be less charisma in France?
That's just something, yeah. From now on, whatever world disaster happens, tsunami, anything, just send them two. That's insult to injury.
You remember when Bob Hope would tour, USO tours, and he'd
Oh,
bring
yeah,
over,
yeah.
do a big show,
Good
and
American, yeah.
dancing girls and famous actors and actresses, comedians, big singers, get the troops riled up and excited and ready to go again? This is like the opposite of that.
Yeah.
This is like somebody just blew a hole in a country's soul, and John Kerry's coming to jam James Taylor into it to make it worse.
Pitiful.
If you put James Taylor through any kind of hole, the hole's going to get bigger. If it's a small hole. I'm not even going to finish going down this road because it doesn't make any sense. Let's just go back to how James Taylor's terrible.
I know that, but I'll be honest with you. I would hate that no matter what. If any place I went to, if it had John Kerry and James Taylor, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I wouldn't like it at all. But I'm saying I don't know what French people like. So when I first heard it, I'm like, is that what they like over there?
It could be what they like.
Well,
they could have a whole other side career over there for all we know.
I don't know. If you had to send somebody to cheer you up, it ain't James Taylor, Jimmy Buffett maybe.
That would be exactly what France needs, is a big fucking Jimmy Buffett concert.
It don't need the language.
Get some margaritas going. It's Margaritaville time.
Well, his songs make you feel, make you feel good.
Even when their song like, well, I'm old and I'm drunk and I'm barefoot. But it's funny.
Yeah. He's, something to, cheeseburger in paradise.
That's great.
That always make you, yeah.
Don't send, maybe if there had been a volcano eruption, you shouldn't send him to the volcano place because he has that song about the volcano. It's a little too on the nose.
That wouldn't work, yeah.
And it might upset people also.
Well, they say that when the crazy ones blow something up, they go to heaven and get it. What is it?
Virgins?
Virgins, whatever. Instead, they go up there and all they get is a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger, paradise.
But I think they get 40 virgins, allegedly.
Well, you couldn't eat 4 cheeseburgers.
Well, you couldn't in heaven.
Sick as a dog.
Couldn't in heaven.
Well.
You use your angel powers to make your stomach bigger.
In that kind of, in terrorist heaven or what? I don't
know. Well, why in terrorist heaven would they be giving you a cheeseburger?
I was just saying because it's funny is what I'm saying.
It is funny.
But that's all I mean.
What if when the terrorists die, they get up to terrorist heaven and Jimmy Buffett's running it? He's like, nope, you've been worshiping me. I'm Muhammad. And they go, what? And Jimmy Buffett says, I don't understand it either.
Jimmy Buffett wouldn't be, I don't think he'd do that.
I don't understand.
Now, that may be an elaborate prank or something they would have done at Gitmo a while back, but I don't think that's nothing for real. He ain't.
That sounds more like it's some sort of psychological.
He would contribute, I guarantee you, Jimmy Buffett, just like, Bob Hope to a USO. We got this, we're trying to find out where these bombs are. Jimmy Buffett be there in a heartbeat.
Like, this is who. I don't understand how they would sell that scenario to somebody they're waterboarding.
I don't know how it works. I don't know what to give them drugs or anything else.
Well, they come out and they said, I'm sure at Obama's insistence that torture did not work.
Well, yeah, he said it, yeah.
Now, there was a big torture report.
I know torture report come out. It said to put things in the rear end, food in it.
Oh, right, yeah. That sounds like something Obama would say.
Cheney said, well, he would say that too, but I'm saying Cheney, nobody said it didn't happen. He was just saying medical reasons, If they messed his mouth up too much or whatever, doing other stuff, they got to feed him somehow. So I don't, that's all I was thinking when Cheney said, that was for medical reasons. Well, it probably was. I don't see why he would say that if it wasn't. But Obama going to sit there and say, no, feed him the right way, and his jaw don't even work. That's what Obama would do.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't even
and then he would starve. Who'd you be better off torturing you? Dick Cheney or Obama way?
Well, Dick Cheney knows how to torture people. Obama way, if Obama go in there and torture people, he knew at it. Didn't have the experience. Now, if you want somebody...
He don't have experience at nothing. You're right about that, yeah.
Who's best droner? Who's best droner? Maybe Obama. Obama may be best droner.
Well, they didn't have, that's all.
It was a new technology.
Yeah, that's right. It ain't like he invented drones.
I'm not saying that Dick Cheney couldn't sit down and study up on it and figure out how to drone the best.
Oh, it'd be
much better than Obama.
He'd be a quick study on drones. I guarantee you, if he had the opportunity, yeah.
I'm just saying, as things stand now, without being able to go back in time, Obama probably best droner. Cheney best at torture, hands down.
That's just lucking out on Obama's.
I ain't saying it to praise. I come not to praise.
Well, good.
I don't know how that goes. We better just hope that Obama doesn't order Bonnaroo to let Kerry and James Taylor headline.
Oh, hell.
They could be coming in your store instead of Billy Joel.
No way, they will not be coming. Billy Joel, welcome any time. I'd give him barbecue sandwich on the house. Tell him I enjoyed his music for so many years. But I don't want either one of them. Jimmy Buffett, welcome any time, And I just saying, I didn't say all that shit. I said it's funny. That's cheeseburger, which is funny whether you got, terrorists in it or not. Cheeseburger Paradise, funny.
Take the Islamic stuff out of Cheeseburger in Paradise. Still a funny song.
But see, that's what all this is about, right? And I don't know what France's sense of humor is. I don't, because they talk different and like different things. I don't know. All this was for the cartoons they did. And that's supposed to be funny, right? And terrorists didn't think it's funny. So they probably wouldn't think, if they don't think that's funny, probably wouldn't think Jimmy Buffett funny either. I don't know. I don't know how terrorists think. I'll be honest with you. Don't have a clue.
Do you know how Hollywood thinks? As in Hollywood, California, home of the Oscars, which were announced this week, Jackie Segway.
Hell.
Oscars come out this week, Jackie. Did you see any of the nominees for Best Picture?
I don't keep up with any of that.
Boyhood.
What?
They took a little kid.
Did it go to heaven? Is it?
No.
They made that movie, though, didn't they?
I ain't seen it. The little boy goes to heaven. What is that called?
They made one of them so far. I don't know. It's got old, what's his name in it? Kinnears in it.
And that, I get them mixed up. Which is the one where college teaches you to hate God?
What?
With Hercules in it.
Hercules?
Is that the same one?
I don't know. I know in one, the boy goes to heaven, comes back, boy gets sick, tells him, what happened up in heaven. New stuff they wouldn't.
He gets sick when he tries to tell them about heaven?
No, he gets sick, dies, goes to heaven for a minute. You know, he don't die.
That would be a good story if he goes to heaven and comes back every time he tries to tell them. He's like, you'll never believe what...
No, it ain't that. I wouldn't put it past Hollywood to make something like that. This was a story. Burpo. It was Burpo Boy.
Oh, Burpo.
Burpo had a movie all...
Oh, I didn't know they made a movie.
They made Kanash in it. Kanash.
And he gets sick.
Well, he dies
like
and goes
God
to heaven.
puts a curse on him. You cannot talk about this. If you do, you will vomit.
No, you got it. No, he gets sick and dies. He goes to heaven. He come back. He, died on the table for a while. Come back. And he told his mom and daddy all sorts of stuff that he would have never known otherwise.
About what?
Grandma's name, things like that.
Oh, what was her name?
I don't remember all that. I just know I ain't seen it. It was on TV. You have to turn the channel. I was halfway through it, but I pretty much had the plot figured out. No, you weren't in heaven. Yes, I was. That pretty much sums it up. Look, they couldn't rock that little boy's faith no matter what. Not like the one you was talking about earlier where he just come out and told a bald folks lie.
Right, not like that at all.
No. Burpo went to heaven. He's one that
Well, it sounds to me like you're saying Burpo is better than Little Sissy Rince.
I ain't saying... evidently, they're both real good. If the good Lord decides to send them back, because there's plenty of children he don't send back. Plenty of them. I'd say both of them,
Didn't you die and go to heaven?
And I went to not regular heaven.
Where'd you go again?
I already told you this. We don't have to go through it again here again. I don't. You know where I went.
To the goat heaven.
I went to goat heaven.
But they wouldn't let you in people heaven.
It wasn't because of that. Because I love goats so much.
Why don't you write a book about that?
I ain't going to write no book. Nobody wants to hear about that.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Well, hell. It might as well make a movie about going to goat heaven compared to other stuff they make
we can
in Hollywood.
Kickstart it. Although...
what is it?
Kickstart it?
Kickstarted.
A lot of people upset about some Selma snubs. The actor playing Martin Luther King Jr. on Martin Luther King Jr. Day weekend. Not nominated for Best Actor. The black and female director, Ava DuVernay, not nominated for Best Director. Jackie for Selma. A lot of people upset about that.
I saw Sharpton's mad. Gonna go to Hollywood. What's he gonna do in Hollywood?
Be real hungry.
He's gonna have a meeting or something. Look,
he says he doesn't even miss all that food he used to eat. He doesn't even miss it.
Well, I ain't got to care about his food. I talk about it. I don't know what he gonna go do.
He used to eat like a whole chicken. He would eat just tons and tons of food.
I don't care how much a man eat. I know he.
And now he eats like some lettuce, and he eats like some.
Well, good for him as far as that.
Bar, maybe. I don't even know.
None of that changes attitude in it. He used to be big. Now he's little. He's still running around.
They say that if you deny yourself food, the rats, and they studied it, Jackie.
What?
Rats who don't eat, and then rats live much longer than rats who eat healthy diets.
What? Rats?
So all I'm saying is Al Sharpton gonna live forever now.
Well,
but hungry. So yeah, Al Sharpton's going to Hollywood.
Hollywood's already messed up. He just gonna go over there and make it worse. I don't understand why everybody's making a big look. Now, last year, 12-year-old slave won, right?
What was it again?
12-year-old slave. I remember seeing on TV, everybody talk about it. 12-year-old slave.
It did, yeah.
It won, the Oscars, right? I don't watch that stuff. I just see it in the paper and the news.
Sure.
But last year, 12-year-old slave got all of it. So now, black movie has to win this year, too. They got to win every year from now on.
Well, first of all, not necessarily black movie. Slavery affected all Americans and is a black spot on all our history. Just as Martin Luther King should be celebrated. Story of victories celebrated by all Americans.
I didn't say anything.
But, they could nominate some black actors at least if they wanted to.
Well, I don't know nothing.
They could nominate some black people.
Nothing good ever gets nominated as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, if I was black, I'd just take it as a compliment this year.
There is nothing further away from black than you are.
What?
George Takei is blacker than you are.
Wait, ain't he the gay one?
Gay one, the one what?
Star Trek person.
We should stop talking about this. Star Trek come out in 1966, had more black people on it than this year's Oscars.
Well, then what? I don't know. What is black movies better than white movies or what? I don't know. What should have won then? I don't remember.
You are absolutely 100% correct, Jackie. We need to put things right. You and I need to make a gesture. We need to make things balanced and fair and balanced. It's time, Jackie, I believe, for Dunlap and Jackie's 2015 Black Oscars.
Black Oscars.
2 white Southern men choose the finest cinema offerings of 2014 created by African Americans for African Americans. And for other people probably too.
What?
This is not a segregation thing. This is not a separate but equal. We just want, since Hollywood will not recognize black artists, then Jackie and I will use our privilege to be allies and appropriate all this great black culture going around. So, okay, Jackie, so let's talk about the black starring or black written or black directed films you saw this year. What springs to mind is some highlights.
I didn't see the one, the Martin Luther King one everybody's talking about saying
it's good.
I've not
seen that either myself.
Had a chance to see it yet?
I do not want to see police wade into a crowd of people with batons. But I should. I know I should. I think that this is a way of us paying reparations, right?
Now, see, that's something I lived through. I remember seeing that on TV. Worst thing I ever seen in my life. Terrible. So why'd I got to watch a movie of it? I didn't see all of it on TV.
I guess
I'd see
if you
like a highlights of it or whatever on the news. They didn't show it live or whatever. They show what happened that day all in the
it was hard back then. Get them cameras were bigger.
Well, yeah. Nowadays,
that's on your phone.
I know everybody film anything. Fad everywhere they go.
So we have not seen Selma. Jackie says he should be absolved of having to see it because he was. It's supposed to be a good movie. I'm just saying. Jackie says he lived through it.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell you the truth. I didn't see 12-Year-Old Slave either. And well, I wasn't alive back then. Now, Lord knows, but I couldn't just. I know it's terrible. I know terrible, horrible things. That they did back in the day, and I ain't gonna sit there and watch 12-Year-Old Slave.
What?
I can't do it. I can't
heard somebody say when somebody gonna win an Oscar that doesn't have anything to do with racism or damn civil rights or damn slavery. When somebody, a black performer, black role, got nothing to do with any of that. Well, let's talk about maybe some of the lighter fare, some of the films you saw starring black actors or black writers.
I didn't see 12-Year-Old Slave because I'd watched Roots years ago now. Now, see, that was on TV. You didn't have to go out.
Everybody watched Roots.
Well, there you go.
Does that mean we are getting more or less racist?
I don't know. I can't figure any of it out because whatever happened, somebody's mad about. Whether they're black, white, or whatever color. I don't know anymore. I'm trying to think what I saw. Equalizer's good.
Oh, Equalizer is good.
That was good. I like old Denzel. He's always good. That's somebody I like, Denzel Washington. He was good. He was mean in that one, the Equalizer.
He's mean, but he's good. He's good.
Oh, yeah, he's good, but he was mean. I give him, he wins Oscars, don't he?
He tries.
Well, he's won some. He get awards. He's Denzel Washington. I know he got every kind of award there is. He's Denzel Washington. So if he's got a bunch, they can't say nothing about it. It's not my fault.
That's
if somebody
right.
come and ask me who should have got an Oscar, I'd have said Denzel Washington get a. Whenever he, does something good, you just give it to him. And Equalizer is good as anything I ever seen. I never seen him that mean before.
That doesn't seem fair just to give the Oscar to Denzel Washington every time.
Not because he's black. Now, see, I ain't saying that.
No, because he's the only black person you are allowing to have Oscars in this universe.
I didn't say that either. I just said he's good, and I like when he on a submarine or policeman or whatever he does.
Him working at damn Home Depot. Pretty good.
Because he was working there, but he's really an equalizer. But he was good. Yeah, he was mean. No, I don't know why anybody. I don't know why anybody crossed him.
Are they gonna make another Equalizer?
I hope so, because
Let's just give it to. Okay, I will say if they make an Equalizer 2, then in that case, yes, just give it to Denzel Washington and Antoine Fuqua.
Who?
He's the dude. So Equalizer maybe needs to come into Hollywood and equalize some of these racist Oscar nominations.
Oh yeah, if I know it sounds silly, but if Equalizer was mad about something, everybody know about it right now. I tell you,
at a damn Home Depot they would.
But that's the thing. What's good about Equalizer? He got bigger festival than worried about what movies get awards or all this stuff. He's He's out there leveling the playing field, as I say.
It's not just racism, Jackie. A lot of people saying sexism.
Well,
Ava DuVernay.
They got best woman actor Oscar. They got because they always who's the best man actor, who's the best woman actor. Now, how's that going to be sexist?
Well, they don't have no directors. No female directors. Hardly ever any female directors, writers, other people that make movies get nominated. Look, I don't know. I'm trying to keep up. The world is changing.
I don't know either.
I'm barely holding on. I like The Equalizer.
I do too. It's good.
We live in a world where me and Jackie sit around and watch The Equalizer and go, that's good, and not even think about it. Black or white.
I didn't think one thing or
another. Is that good or is that bad? I don't even know.
Am I supposed to think that?
Am I appropriating something by watching The Equalizer? I don't know.
Is the Equalizer supposed to be representing the entire,
maybe
black race? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I didn't think about it that way. Didn't think he was talking to. He was black. A girl, a woman of the evening was white.
Didn't think a thing about it.
I didn't think twice. Never. One time.
That's my dream.
I know what I'm going into now when I'm going to see Denzel Washington, but I don't go see it because he's black. I don't go see it because he's white, even though he ain't white. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
I don't know. I don't know if what we're saying is terrible.
Now, I will say
or
this.
Just awful.
I wanted to see I like the old TV show Equalizer, too, though, back when it was on TV.
Yep.
Now, he was white back then.
Yep. But he was so white he was British.
Well, yeah, had to act.
Was he British on the show? I don't even remember.
I don't know. He put on airs, it seemed like
I don't give a shit. He ain't as good as Denzel Washington was.
No, well, I mean, he did his own thing, too. I was a little skeptical, I will say that. Because, when they change something, it didn't have. I like Denzel Washington. As soon as I knew it was Denzel Washington, I didn't think, well, Equalizer ain't black. Didn't think about it once.
See, a lot of people probably said. Of course, also you're talking about The Equalizer, which nobody cares about.
Well,
but I'll guarantee you, couple the fact that nobody cares about The Equalizer with strides in race relations in America today, and I guarantee you, about 10 people said Equalizer ain't black. And that's it. That's good. That's forward momentum.
That's what they call real progress right there.
That's real progress. Yeah. That is real progress. A lot of other stuff may have happened in between now and the premiere of The Equalizer, but as far as Denzel Washington playing The Equalizer, we can say there were relatively few racist outbursts. I don't think there were any protests.
I didn't hear about
any awful tweets. That went smoothly.
It was good, too.
Now,
had he done that movie, it wasn't no good with Denzel Washington. He don't know how to be nothing but good. But
he took the responsibility and said, I'm going to make sure this is. And then we took the responsibility and said, I'm going to go see this. And I'm not saying that if Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was alive today, that he would be satisfied with where we are. Obviously, he wouldn't be. But if you look at it in purely equalizer terms, we ain't doing that bad.
I would think he'd enjoy Equalizer.
He'd love the Equalizer. I wasn't even
suggesting.
Who wouldn't love the Equalizer?
It's a good, fun movie. And just saying about not being having anything to do with race, Denzel Washington usually always good. He's always good. He's funny. He's just as funny as anybody, too. He does him. Man, when he did that, I don't remember the name of it. It just struck me funny to think about right now. When he got drunk, got on the airplane.
Yeah, that's not a comedy.
No, it is. It's funny. He said, I ain't gonna. I wouldn't have nothing to drink, sir. But he saved all them people either way. I don't know why everybody got mad in that movie, but either way, he was.
People always gotta have something to be mad about.
Yeah, probably because
Because what?
Just, give him a hard time. I don't know when the movie took place. Can't remember what year it was. Either way, it's enjoyable, funny. It ain't got nothing to do with black or white. He just... He gets so much to drink, turn that plane all the way.
It's a serious drama, Jackie.
I don't know. It just struck me funny when I saw it. I can't remember how it ended or anything else. I mainly remember that, just him drinking and turning up.
Okay, Denzel Washington super group movie of all the best Denzel Washington characters come together. So you got the Equalizer.
Yeah.
And he teams up with the guy from Flight.
Yeah.
And he teams up with...
He been in a bunch of movies. American Gangster, I remember that one. He mean in that one, too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he mean.
How many are he mean in? Because they could be the villains, and there could be a group of good Denzels going up against the bad Denzels.
He's in, what, I never did see it, but he did, not Martin Luther King, the Malcolm X. Malcolm X, he's in that one.
Yeah, Malcolm X needs to be on this team. He'd be one of the good guys fighting the bad guys. Malcolm X, the lawyer from Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. He don't like
Maybe it's not so much a team as Denzel Washington just plays everybody in the movie. So when they got to go to a lawyer, they go to the lawyer from Philadelphia. When they get on a plane, it's Denzel Washington flying it.
Yeah.
And when they go see Malcolm X, Denzel Washington is Malcolm X.
Well, Equalizer, somebody comes across him the wrong way, he'll take care of him. He will. Equalizers.
I was like, how's he going to equalize all this? And then by the end, he did.
He did. There wasn't nothing. Everybody was equalized on the same level by the end of that movie. I tell you that. He did it.
Equalizer.
He was good.
And isn't that what civil rights is all about? Equalizing?
That's exactly what it is. You are right there. I didn't even think about that way.
We're trying to equalize.
Trying to equalize everything. So I ain't the Oscars. Lord knows that. Don't want to be. But if it was my job to do Oscars, I would, not just because he's good and he's mean in the movie, but for good reasons. I'm just talking about Denzel Washington being good. But, because he is an equalizer, making a statement on top of everything else. Now, I ain't seen, what's the one? The Martin Luther King?
Selma.
I haven't seen that one. I don't know. I ain't going to talk about it till I see it. But, equalizers now, if you look at whatever goes on in, Selma and look whatever goes on in Equalizer.
What?
But just things changed for the better. Changed. For the better is what I meant. That's all I'm saying.
Did you see Birdman?
What is it?
Birdman. They named a movie after one of our old friends.
What?
He's a Birdman movie called Birdman.
Birdman movie?
Yeah, but it's not about Birdman. It's Michael Keaton.
Well, I'm about to say, I don't know how to get in touch with him these days, but I ain't seen the hide and the hair of him, but
Dr.
he should
Birdman,
know about that if he was.
Troubles, yeah.
Yeah. I'd get a good lawyer if he makes a movie about all that.
Better. If it wins an Oscar, I guarantee you they need to get a lawyer.
Yeah.
And not Denzel Washington from Philadelphia, a real lawyer. But, the Glory Shelf popped up today. You never know who's going to pop up on future Red State Update podcasts. And, folks, you need to get on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you can go and rate, review us, hit a heart, hit a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, let us know if it come out your toes.
And let us know about your toes.
All right.